A recent report revealed that Jimin appeared to be crying in fear, while Jungkook left him without a clear explanation. Even more surprising, Jimin seemed to not want ARMY to know the real reason behind their separation. What really happened? Why was Jimin so shaken? And why did Jungkook choose to leave just like that? A trusted source mentioned that a few days before this incident, there was a noticeable change in Jimin's attitude. He appeared more silent, not interacting much on social media, and even avoiding some group events. Fans began speculating that something was happening behind the scenes, but no one expected it to culminate in an emotional moment where Jimin cried in fear. A video circulating on social media showed Jimin with a gloomy face, his eyes puffy as if he had just been crying. He tried to smile in front of the camera, but his expression couldn't hide the sadness he was feeling. On the other hand, Jungkook, who is usually always by Jimin's side, suddenly disappeared from the spotlight. He did not make any statements and didn't even mention Jimin in recent appearances. This silence only made ARMY more curious. What was going on between them? Speculation began to emerge. Some fans suspected that this was related to a larger breakup, perhaps a sudden decision made by Jungkook. However, there was also a theory suggesting that something had happened between them, something serious enough to make Jimin cry and be in fear. One source close to BTS mentioned that there had been an emotional conversation before Jungkook left. Jimin seemed very shaken after talking to Jungkook. He cried for a long time and appeared to be trying to calm himself down. After that, Jungkook left just like that without saying much, said the source. Many are wondering if this is related to something deeper, or is it just a misunderstanding between them? What is clear is that this tension is not something commonly seen in their relationship. Jimin and Jungkook are known as two BTS members with a close bond, both on and off stage. However, there are some signs that suggest something has changed. Jungkook has recently been seen spending more time alone, unlike before when he would always interact with other members. In one of his recent live broadcasts, he appeared quieter and only spoke occasionally. When a fan asked about Jimin, he just gave a faint smile and avoided the question. His behavior further reinforced suspicions that something was going on between them. On social media, ARMY began looking for clues. Some found that Jimin had posted a quote that hinted at sadness, but then he quickly deleted it. Jungkook, on the other hand, uploaded a photo of himself with a blank expression, as if trying to convey something without words. All of this added to the big question among fans. Many think that this might be related to a bigger project. Is this part of a promotional strategy? Or is this really an event happening behind the scenes? Until now, HYB, BTS's agency, has not made an official statement regarding this situation. What is certain is that ARMY's reactions are varied. Some are anxious and hope this is just a small misunderstanding that can be quickly resolved. However, others feel that this might be the beginning of a big change in the relationship between Jimin and Jungkook. A fan wrote on Twitter, "Jimin looks so hurt, and Jungkook left without explaining anything. It's really painful to see what really happened between them." Meanwhile, other theories have also emerged, including the possibility that Jungkook is facing personal issues that he can't share with anyone, including Jimin. If this is true, maybe this is why Jimin was so emotional, because he felt he couldn't help his own friend. However, without official confirmation from the involved parties, all of this remains speculation. Is this truly a breakup between Jimin and Jungkook? Or is this just a tough phase they need to go through together? What is clear is that this event has made ARMY around the world anxious and curious. Everyone is waiting for answers from both of them. But until that moment comes, one big question still hangs in the air. What really happened between Jimin and Jungkook, and why was Jimin so terrified that he didn't want ARMY to know? Following the shock that stunned the K-pop world, we are now invited to think more deeply about what really happened between Jimin and Jungkook. Is this event really real? Or is it all just a fabrication created to attract the media and public's attention? A big question that needs to be answered wisely, especially considering the massive influence BTS has in the global entertainment world and how rapidly information spreads. What we see and hear, is it really the truth? Many of us may be caught up in emotional reactions to this news, especially for the loyal army. Of course, nothing is more painful than seeing two BTS members, whom we always consider as brothers, involved in tension that affects their relationship. However, in this fast-paced information era, we must be careful in responding to every piece of news that comes out. Remember, all the information circulating about this event comes from various social media platforms like TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter, which are known for the speed and massive spread of information. But can we trust everything we see there? Is it a fact, or just speculation circulating without clear basis? Skepticism is key to finding the truth. It cannot be denied that the K-pop entertainment world, particularly BTS, often becomes the main focus of the media, constantly searching for sensational news to attract the public's attention. So, the big question arises, is this event just part of a strategy to keep the buzz around BTS while they're on a break from promotional activities? Or is this really something more serious, something that wants to be hidden from the public for reasons unknown to many? Let's reflect for a moment. Along with the viral video of Jimin looking like he was crying and Jungkook's empty expression in his live broadcast, many theories have emerged regarding the reasons behind their separation. Some argue that this is part of their personal drama that should remain private. Others believe that this is a moment of emotional separation, a normal occurrence in the K-pop idol world, considering their significant roles in a group with thousands of fans worldwide. However, can we just accept this story without question? What is the purpose behind this information? Most of us, as fans, may feel deep sadness and concern when witnessing moments like this. We feel connected to them, and in that togetherness, we hope to know the best about our idols. However, this is what needs to be understood. We often do not get the full picture of what is really happening behind the scenes. Let us ask ourselves, why is this unconfirmed information spreading so quickly? Why can these emotions be so easily sold and consumed by the public? One answer might lie in our desire to feel closer to our idols, to know more about their personal lives. However, this could also be a tactic used by certain parties to create a sensation that benefits them. Is this just a story exaggerated for sensationalism? Try to think critically. Are we really getting objective information? Is this a fact, or just a story created to create a stir among fans? Moreover, considering BTS and ARMY's massive influence, many parties will try to take advantage of the attention they receive. An event that seems emotional and moving can be a powerful tool to attract attention, whether it be from the media or fans wanting to know more about what is happening between the members of BTS. If we are honest, we must admit that in recent years, the K-pop world has often been filled with news that is not always accurate. With the development of technology and social media, we can no longer rely on just one source to obtain the truth. Every news, every post, every photo or video we see, can we really trust it fully? Critical thinking is our shared responsibility. Do not rush to conclude that this separation is the end of everything. Do we really want to believe that Jungkook and Jimin are involved in such a big split? Or are we just victims of a narrative deliberately built to attract media attention? Try to evaluate the information with an open mind and question every detail. Do not just trust what we see on social media or articles that circulate, but try to dig deeper, verify the facts, and ask, what really happened? We invite all readers to speak and think critically about this situation. Are you confident that this event really happened? Or do you start to feel that something is not right behind the circulating news? We must be careful in responding to any information, especially in the entertainment world where sensation is often more important than the truth itself. After reading this article, do you feel more informed, or do you feel even more doubtful about the truth of the news circulating? Let's share our thoughts and reflections on this matter. Do not rush to accept what we see in the virtual world as reality, because in the fast-paced media world, it is easy to get trapped in unverified rumors. We encourage you to think deeper and wiser. In conclusion, let's remind ourselves to always be skeptical and reflective in responding to every piece of information that circulates. Don't just be tempted by sensational news, but always make sure we are seeking the truth behind every piece of news that comes. Thank you for following this article, and we hope you can share your views and critical thoughts in the comments section.